What's up, people? You got the Urban Yankee. Today I want to talk about these old hickory knives that I have in front of me here. Here's the 6-inch Skinner. Just got it in the mail. And I'm going to do a video on this. And the video is going to be about me reprofiling the blade here. I'm going to be cutting the blade into a different shape. Most likely I'm going to cut it into like a bush knife blade. So I have to cut along here down this way, and I'm just going to reprofile the edge and make it look like a bush knife. Here's an example of another one that I did. This was the 7-inch butcher knife, and what I did was I cut away 2 inches from the front, and I gave it a drop point. Can you see it? And I had to reprofile this edge here. Can you see that? And what I did here was I took off the handles and I epoxied them. I put them back with some epoxy, and I added a 3rd brass pin here in the middle, and I added a lanyard to it. There's no tube inside, but you really don't need the tube. So I added an orange paracord lanyard to it. So it came out pretty nice. And what I did was I sharpened the edge with my Japanese water stones. Watch this. This thing is razor sharp. So stay tuned for the rest of the video, where I'm going to take this 6-inch Skinner and turn it into a bush knife. Here, take a look at this knife. See, old hickory, brand new. It's got a nice thickness too to the blade, which I like. Let's see which one is thicker. If you can see there, the Skinner is slightly thicker, or just about the same size. I don't know, it just looks like it's a little thicker to me. View this side. Let's see if I can get these closer. The Skinner has like a little more weight to it. Then again, it's got a longer blade, but it does look a little thicker. I know you can't probably see that on camera, but if you had the 7-inch butcher knife and the Skinner knife in your hands, you would probably see the difference with your own eyes. Okay, so stay tuned for the rest of the video when I take the 6-inch Skinner and I transform it into a bush knife. Most likely it's gonna have a 4-inch blade, and I might change the handles. I might do away with these handles and add some new handles to it. So stay tuned. Okay, the first step in transforming this old hickory knife, transforming the new blade, a new shape, is you want to mask off the area where you're going to be cutting. So you get yourself some masking tape at your local hardware store, and you mask off the area where you're going to be cutting on. So you don't need too much tape. I put 2 little strips. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a razor blade knife and I'm going to cut along this line here that you see here. I'll be cutting along that line. You see the line? That line there. I'm just going to cut lightly along that line and remove this piece of tape here. That's what I'm going to do next, so stay tuned. Okay, like I said, I was gonna cut, like I said, I was gonna cut along that line, which I did. Now I'm removing the tape where I cut along the line. Do you see? Okay. Now there it is. There's my profile. Can you see that? Can you see that? That's my profile for the knife where I'll be grinding. Okay. That's the first step. Okay, stay tuned. Okay. So after you taped off the areas where you want to cut and grind, you also want to tape off, cover the handle with some tape, because the next step, you see this area here where it's exposed, the blade? We're going to spray that with some flat black, and that's the part I'm going to cut away. So I'm just going to cut along wherever you see black. Okay, so that's going to be the next step, is mask off the area where you're going to be cutting, mask off your handle so it doesn't get painted, and then, like I said, we're going to spray all this here with black. Okay, stay tuned to that. I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see now, I just finished spraying it with black paint, flat black. You can see the box. You see the box? Okay, you see where the blade was there? You see it? Okay. I have to let this paint dry. So let's take a little pause and let the paint dry. Okay, now once it dried, once the paint dried, I took off the tape, the masking tape. Now this will give you more or less an idea of how the knife is going to look when I re-grind it. As you can see, I'll be able to keep the original grind on the blade. See that? It's going to turn out lovely if you follow the depth of the grind. Look at the grind, follow it all the way up to the tip. You can see that I won't have to reprofile the edge much. I'll be able to keep the same edge, and all I have to do is just cut on top of this line here, cut away all this. All this is excess. Whatever you see in black will be eliminated. So after I cut that, I'm going to remove the handles, and I'm going to try and reprofile the handle myself too. It needs a lot of work, but I'll get it there. Trust me, I'll get it there. So stay tuned for the rest of the work. The next step is probably cutting away on that blade. So I have to set up the table for that. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm getting ready to grind on the blade with my angle grinder. So stay tuned. See that I finished one cut. I still have a few more cuts and grinds to finish, so stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to attempt another grind along that line. I'm going to try and get as close as possible to that black line there. Okay, so stay tuned. getting there pretty close now. So stay tuned. Okay, I got my mask on, ready to grind. My progress so far. Okay, I'm gonna try and switch to a different machine with a different grinding wheel. So stay tuned. Okay, I set up my other angle grinder and I'm gonna try and finish off that grinder. closer and closer to that grind. See? Closer and closer. So stay tuned. Alright. Getting there, little by little, we're getting there. See, we're getting there. Stay tuned. Okay, so I got it as close as possible to that line with my angle right here. See that? Got it as close as possible to the line. Okay, so now I'm going to take it to my 1x30 belt grinder and try and finish up the grind. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to try and finish it up on the 1x30 belt grinder. blade. Here's what it looks like. I took off the handles. I reprofiled these corners and around. Here's the top view. Cleaned up the handle. Next step is putting on some new handles. And maybe I'm going to put a new pin here and a lanyard hole here. Stay tuned for that. Okay, this is the blade. It's done. I reprofiled the edge. You can see the top is done. I cleaned up the handle. I took away the handles and cleaned up the surface. This is ready for some new handles. And to show you, I have some nice, very nice maple. So that's my next thing, is to put some handles. So stay tuned to the next step for the handles. Okay, there it is. I glued up the handles with some maple. The maple handle glued on. You can see the pins. There's the two handles. Clamps. There's the blade. I take it out, so it comes up. So now I gotta let it dry for about 24 hours. See you on the next step. Okay, this is where I'm at so far with the knife build. With the old 6-inch skinner. With the handle, the shape of the handle. Let's see if we can just this. Here's the handle hole. At the top. Nice maple handle. Sorry. That's a better shot. I turned it into a bush knife, Bushcraft. I took the butcher knife from Old Hickory, turned it into a bush knife. You can see the brass pins. next thing I want to do is rub some rinsing oil all over the handle and just sharpen up that edge more. It has the factory edge on it right now, but I'm going to sharpen it up some more with my Japanese stones, and then I'm going to strop it at the end. That'll be it. So thank you for watching my video. If you have any comments, please leave them below. I'll try to answer any questions that you want me to. Thanks for watching again.